If your emotions control all of your actions in your life, especially in relationships, you're fucked. Peace and cheers, guys. Coach Mark Mahalovic coming at you, aka the Flying Health Coach. Welcome again to my relationship page on YouTube. I'm glad that you're here, and as always, I hope you're happy that you're here. I do these videos again just to help you think differently, maybe take a step back, maybe help you find different resources. Again, all in all, to help you be the best version of yourself and to help you get the best relationship that you want and you desire. Okay? So for today, per the kind of mildly aggressive introduction, if your emotions control your actions, your I don't want to keep saying that word for like monetization issues down the road, but you get my drift. Okay? So, what is one thing, not one thing, there's a lot of things, but one big thing a lot of women get really scared of when it comes to a lot of males? They don't know how to control their emotions. And what I mean by that, it's pretty straightforward if you think about it. Again, you think of the honeymoon phase, the first 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months ish ballpark of relationship. The sparks are rising, it's new, you're excited, and you guys probably text a lot, call a lot. It's really, really, things are going really well. And then all of a sudden, it's like flip of a switch. Things just kind of drop off a little bit. It's natural, it happens, right? The honeymoon phase dies off, it turns into more compassionate love, right? You kind of really start to see the other person for who they are. But as a guy, and I've done this too, right? When in my 20s, my emotions damn near controlled every single action I had when it came to relationships. Career-wise, finance-wise, I could handle that. Relationships, when my emotions got involved, oh, man, it was disgusting. I don't like thinking about it some days. It's embarrassing what I did in a lot of ways, and I'm sure you guys watching this can relate to. You can think back to there's certain times you're like, God, I can't believe I did that. And if you have an example, please share it in the comments below. So I can read it, others can read it. We can all learn from each other, right? But when your emotions run the show, right? Because as you know, in relationships, stuff's gonna happen. Your girlfriend or your wife or your whoever is going to say something to you and you're going to take it the wrong way. They're going to text you something the wrong way. They're not going to get back to you for a day. They're going to all of a sudden pull away from you for maybe seemingly no reason whatsoever. Or maybe there is a reason, you just haven't identified it yet. But something's going to happen in your relationship to where it's going to trigger something, and it's going to trigger an emotion, right? Now, especially as a man, if you are a jack-in-the-box kind of guy where just one little thing happens, it's like, oh, she hasn't gone out with her friends in a long time. She went out Friday night. She didn't invite me. That must mean she's cheating. Oh my God, she took a day to get back to me. It must mean she doesn't love me anymore. Oh my God, she didn't. I haven't met her family. It's been 3 months. Whatever, it doesn't matter what it is, right? If you are a jack-in-the-box guy and you just blow up in a moment, right, or you start to act really needy and insecure, and you start to look at her. It's disgusting to me when people look at each other's phones. That is the most gross thing on the planet. I don't care who you are. That's disgusting. So don't do that shit. Take data points, because the truth always reveals itself, but don't be that person. And you know damn well it doesn't feel good when you do it. But anyway, when stuff happens in a relationship, and if your emotions are the driving factor behind your actions, right? Because you start to feel so like, oh, I feel anger, I feel betrayal, I feel insecure, then you want to act. And why do you act? It's pretty straightforward. You act because you don't want to feel that emotion anymore. You want to get some certainty that things are okay. You want to feel safe. Nothing wrong with that. Problem is what your action is the issue. So the best action is, in your case, if you're an emotional guy, is inaction, right? If your girlfriend has not texted you back for like a day or two, the worst thing you can do on the planet is start blowing up her phone and accusing her of doing something. If your girlfriend or your wife is going to go out on a Friday night with her friends, whatever. If you're blowing up her phone all night trying to get updates, do you think that's attractive? Do you think that's masculine? No, it's not. Masculinity in relationships, guys, it's not that hard. I mean, it's not easy. It takes time to learn the concepts and to especially learn but live them. But the concepts aren't hard, okay? What's masculinity? It's calm, centered. Two main things in this one, at least, being calm and being centered. Is a calm guy going to blow up his girlfriend's phone with a bunch of emotional texts and neediness and insecurity. No, he's going to go live his own life and just enjoy living his own life and let her get back to him, right? Same with your wife. Is a masculine, a strong, somewhat centered, calm, masculine guy going to blow up his girlfriend's or wife's phone if they're going out to dinner with their friends on a Friday night? No, he's going to go do his own thing and live his own life. Is a masculine man going to become unglued all of a sudden, let all this pent-up anger build up over time and just explode one day? No, they're not going to do that. Because if you do that shit, I can 100% guarantee you your girlfriend or your wife is going to leave you in that moment or going to start to eventually want to replace you because they know that you can't control your emotions. So, point of the video is you have to control your emotions. You cannot let them control you because you are going to become unglued, right? Now, from my past experience, what I was not good at back in the day was when one little maybe boundary of mine was broken, one little white lie I caught in, I didn't say anything. Happened again, didn't say anything. Happened again, didn't say anything. I kept letting it build and build and build inside me to where I got so angry all of a sudden I just explode. Okay? Not the right way to go about doing things. So there is a right and wrong way to do this, right? If you feel like triggered, feel an emotional response, if it's warranted and valid, you can bring it up to your wife or girlfriend, but you have to do it in a calm, centered way, right? Hey, I noticed this happened and I don't want to make a big deal of it, but, this happened. I just want to talk about it, right? If something triggered you per se. Now, if you do that all the time on a nightly basis, weekly basis, that's not attractive either, right? So you have to develop that muscle, that internal muscle of, is this really, if I bring this up right now, is it going to make me sound more attractive or less attractive? Is it going to make me sound like I respect myself? Or am I doing this out of a necessity for me to feel better? Am I doing this because, I feel insecure? You have to ask some of those questions before you act, okay? So, question is, how do you control your emotions better? Again, not that hard to do. It really isn't. It just takes time, right? It took me months and months, probably almost years to get really, and trust me, I was a mess in my 20s when it came to relationships. Like legit relationships, I became a mess in a lot of areas, right? So it took me a while, but the things that I did to help me control my emotions better so I wouldn't be so reactive, meditation was huge for me. And when you think of meditation, you might think it sounds stupid, right? You don't need to sit there crisscross applesauce and like that, but sit peacefully and there's a million apps out there. The Calm app's a good one, right? Tony Robbins has a breath and priming work you can do every single day just to keep yourself centered and calm. But some sort of meditation, whether it's 5 minutes a day and you build on it, 10 minutes a day you build on it, whatever it might be, but starting to meditate just allows you to be relaxed and be centered and calm. So when stuff does happen, you're able to handle it better and not be so reactive. So meditation is huge. Exercise is huge. Right? If you get triggered, if something emotional triggers you, go for a 20-minute, 30-minute, hour walk. Go to the gym. Get that energy out of you. Get that anxious energy out. Okay? Because girls can pick up on it, right? If you're coming at them with anxiety and a lot of like jitterness and anxious and heavy breathing and fast breathing, they'll pick up on that something's wrong. And if you don't tell them what's wrong and you're just hiding it, bottling it up inside, it's going to explode eventually. And it's not attractive. Okay? So meditation, going to the gym, and I hate when people tell me this, but living your best life, walking the beat of your drum, doing what makes you happy, okay? Third, in my opinion, the third best thing out of meditating and going to the gym is doing what makes you happy. Now, if what makes you happy is drinking a 12-pack a night, that's a side topic that you got to work on that shit. But what I mean is that for me, I love building model airplanes. I could get lost for 8 hours building a model airplane, right? Maybe you love golfing, or unfortunately, if you're in Minnesota and you can't go golfing in the winter, well, you got to find some other stuff that makes you happy. Playing guitar, playing an instrument, playing a video game, who cares, right? If you do stuff that makes you happy and you pursue your passions in your life, things that you love doing, if you do that consistently, if you include some meditation, include some physical exercise, and you pursue things that you really love doing that light you up on the inside, you're going to be able to handle those types of emotional triggers a whole lot better in your life, especially when they happen, which you know they will. When they do happen, you're going to be able to take a step back, maybe tell your wife or girlfriend, hey, I'm feeling type of way right now. I just need an hour or two to get myself calm and centered. And I want to come back and talk about this, whatever it is, right? If you're a little bit unsure of why they're acting a certain way, if they haven't gotten back to you in 2 or 3 days, if they're acting differently, right? You're picking up on all these little spidey cues of yours. Instead of doing something that you're going to regret, saying something you're going to regret because you get emotional all the time, take a step back, take a deep breath, fall back into meditation, exercise, keep pursuing the things that light you up on the inside, and just let things naturally uncover themselves as time goes. Versus doing something stupid, getting emotional, and blowing up their phone and saying a bunch of crap that you're going to regret because you're in an emotional state. Okay? So, because what's masculinity? Again, it's calm, centered, it's purpose-driven, it's being direct, it's setting good boundaries, being your authentic self, and abiding by them. You're not perfect, nobody is, right? You're going to get emotional sometimes, whatever. That happens, you're human, it's okay. But the point is to not do it on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month basis. It's going to happen sometimes, that's okay. But if you do it all the time, if you're always letting your emotions drive the train, drive your actions, you're going to be screwed. And not just relationships, but everything in your life. Okay? So, if you want some more resources, I highly recommend you look into Tony Robbins' breathwork and daily priming. Great 10-minute video that I'll put at the end here on a little ad link or whatever it's called. A lot of great books on meditation. Coach Corey Wayne being a 3% man. It's a wonderful resource if you're wanting to learn more about dating and relationships and masculinity. It's where I learned all my stuff. So point is, there's resources for you guys to look into, and now you have another one through me. So again, hope this video is helpful. Please don't forget to like and subscribe up in the corner. My email, flyinghealthcoach@gmail.com. Again, your first coaching session is free to see if coaching is a good fit for you, see if you might like doing it. We'll talk about what it looks like after that. And finally, my book, Flying Health Coach Guide How to Un-F Your Life, start to un-F your life. There's a workout program there you can follow. There's meditation resources. There's a lot of good information in there, good quotes that I live by. Just a lot of good stuff that hopefully helps you just become more of a man. So, anyway, peace, guys. Cheers. We'll come back soon. Have a good rest of the day.